Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stella Rose and today I'm doing a Shop My Stash on Saturday, and this is my typical day that I do my Shop My Stashes. I do enjoy doing them weekly because I like to switch up what I do with my makeup every week. And first we're going to go through what's on my face, then we're going to go into what else was in the rest of my drawer, and then we will go over and do a Shop My Stash, and I'll put the timestamp down below in the description box. Before you leave, make sure you click and hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you can get notified of all my future uploads. And let's go ahead and get into what's on my face today. So the first thing I have is the Milk Hydro Grip primer. As you can tell, like, I am almost done with this primer. It is such a good primer. It really grips my makeup on my face. It makes my makeup look flawless. Like I said, I have it on my face today, and I feel like my makeup just looks pretty smooth and even. And I think that's also in part to the foundation that I have, which is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. I have the shade Bisque Medium in 26. And the only thing I don't like about it is how messy the top gets. As you can tell, there's foundation that just surrounds the top. And you pull it out, and it's just this ball stopper. So you just touch it on your face or put it on a beauty blender or anything like that. And that is how, look at how messy it gets. That is the only thing I don't like. I wish it had a pump, but it doesn't. But I really like the foundation. It looks really good. It's remarkable. The next thing I have is the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer from Maybelline. I have this in the shade 100 Ivory. I like it, but I don't like the sponge tip applicator. I prefer a regular applicator thing. I don't know what it's called right now. But I'd prefer a regular one like all the other ones have instead of the sponge tip. Anyway, it looks really good on my face. I have it right here. I have it right here. I have it here. And then in my T-zone. It looks really good on my face. I think that it conceals my dark circles pretty well. But as you can tell, it does do wonders for that. It doesn't wrinkle as much as some of my other concealers. I do have under eye wrinkles. I am 31. I will be 32 this year. Anyway, that is the concealer that I have on today. Next, I have the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder. This one's in the shade Yellow. And I am just trying to use this up. I don't like the shade. If I had a different shade, maybe like a more translucent one, I would like it a little bit better because it seems like it turns my foundation a little bit colored because it is that colored powder. But other than that, it sets my face really well. It looks really nice. And it doesn't, I mean, I don't have oily skin, so I can't say whether or not my oils would come through the powder. So I can't review it on that end. But for what it does for me, for my dry skin, it doesn't dry it out more than what I would think that it would. The next thing I have on my face is from Becca. This is the Sunlit Bronzer in Capri Coast. I really like this bronzer. It looks really good on my face. I have it here, and then I have it kind of on the bridge of my, not the bridge of my nose, but the sides of my nose, and then up here. And that's where I like to put my bronzer most of the time. Sometimes I just put it here and I like let it be. But other times I put it here, and then very rarely do I put it here. But sometimes I do, which I did today. So the next thing I have is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. This is in the shade Pearl, and it is a blinding white highlighter. Look at that. Like, oh my gosh. How does it look? See that right there? Like, you can tell that it looks really, really blinding. And I don't use it too often, but there are some days that I just want that blinding white highlight, and then that look that you can get with it. The next thing I have is from Estee Lauder. This is the Sculpting Blush Pure Color Envy in Mauve Mystique. And this is what it looks like. It did break, which is why you see this mess right here. I tried to repress it. It doesn't look too good, but you know, it works. I do like the color. I think it's a nice subtle color today. I have been known to put blush on a little too heavy, but today I think I did quite a good amount. I think it looks pretty nice. More subtle today. On my eyelids, I actually have this e.l.f. Bite Size palette in the shade Rose Water, and I have all 4 colors on my lids. This is what it looks like. I have the black purple on the outer corner. I have this color right here all on my upper lid. Then I have these 2 on my, like right here and then right here. So I have all 4 colors on my eyes today, and I am quite loving it, which is a good thing. The next thing I have is my lipstick. So what I have on my face today is from Becca. This is in the shade Cupid's Kiss. It looks like this, if I can get it open, and I'll swatch it for you real quick. I have some swatches on my arm from like yesterday when I'm trying to film my declutter. Yes, I'm doing another declutter, but this is what it looks like today. I really like that color very much. The next thing I have on my face is this Smashbox setting spray, photo finish setting spray. It works really well. I do enjoy it. The next thing I have are for my eyes, and these are the Douce Fierce and Fine Graphic Pen Eyeliner. And then this one is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. And that is what I have on my eyes today. I have both of them. So I have the liquid liner on my top, and then I have the charcoal on the bottom, because for me, I like the charcoal on bottom because otherwise the liquid liner would totally bleed because my eyes water like no tomorrow when I try to put on eyeliner. So that is what I have, and that is why I do it. The next thing I have are for my brows. I have the Benefit Give Me Brow. This is in the shade 4. I really like it. I did my eyebrows a little bit weird today. I feel like they could have been done a little bit better, but oh well, you can't have perfection every day. Anyway, the next thing I have on my face is the last thing I have is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir eyeshadow mascara. Here's what the wand looks like. I really like this mascara. It is my holy grail mascara. I do also like a couple of other ones, but for now, like, that is my go-to. That is the one I want to always grab for. This is the one that just makes my eyelashes look amazing. Look at that. Like, you can see the perfection. Like, wow, I love them. Okay, moving right along, we're going to go over what is in the rest of my drawer, and then we'll get into the Shop My Stash. So the first thing I also had in the drawer was the Going Coconuts palette. This is my palette that's kind of falling apart, but I used this one time. I do quite like it for some neutral looks. The next thing I had is the Sultry palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I used this a couple of times. I did a couple of different looks with it. I primarily did some brownish nude looks, and then I put some sparkles in. I used this one and I used this one. So that was some fun looks that I made with that palette. And then last but not least, I had the ColourPop Hocus Pocus palette, and this is what it looks like. And I did a purple look and I did a green look. So I really like that palette as well. It's pretty fun, and I like the shimmers in there. I like the colors. There was one color that I tried. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Goodbye Cruel World, but that one didn't work out too well for me, so I had to do a different look for myself. The next thing I have is some more ColourPop items. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Lady Bird, and this is a fun color. I actually didn't use it, so I'm going to keep it in the drawer for this next week. Same thing for this one. This is the Super Shock Shadow in Mycelium. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's what it looks like. It's super pretty. And then finally, but I have the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Rose Gold Retro. And I think this is a really pretty color. But I did use it one time, so I will be putting it back. The next thing I had was the Revlon Rosé Rendezvous Blush. This is what it looked like. Let me open it for you so you can see. It looked like this, and I used this quite a bit actually. I didn't think I was going to get that much use out of it, but I did. The next thing I had was the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in Blossom Glow. Yeah, it looks like this. It's a nice pink highlight. It doesn't like to close on me anymore, but there we go. That is what it looks like. I think it looks really pretty. I need better lighting so y'all can see some of these swatches when I do swatches. Anyway, this is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I really love this bronzer. It definitely smells so good. It smells like hot chocolate or something like that. I'm not exactly sure if it's supposed to be hot chocolate or just regular chocolate, but it smells like hot chocolate to me. The next thing I had in there, I didn't use too often, but this is the L'Oreal Paris Perpetual Nude eyeshadow palette. This is the shade that I use for my brows, and that is pretty much my holy grail go-to until I found the Gimme Brow. So I like to do the Gimme Brow more than I'd like to do this. I don't know. I found something that I really like that is a gel. So I like this as a powder and I like that as a gel. The next thing I have in here is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is Amber Moon. This is the Rock and Coal liquid eye pencil, but it's not liquid. It looks like it goes on like a liquid. It goes on very easily, and I quite like it. But it's brown, and I don't usually use a brown eyeliner, so I don't use it as often as maybe other people might use it, but it's a good eyeliner. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good eyeliner. If I had it in black, that would be my go-to under, like right here. Like I have the 24/7 from Urban Decay. The next thing I have is the Cheek Leaders Pink Squad palette, and this looks like this. We've got some blushes, highlights, and bronzers, and I use this a couple of times. I do enjoy having everything in one palette, but then at the same time I don't enjoy that. I like singles. I like to choose from different things. I like to have different options and pick what I like to have, but this is a really good palette to have because you've got everything in there, and you have the blush, bronzer, and the highlight all in one palette, so you only have to choose one thing and then you get to use it. The next thing I have is from Benefit, and this is the Professional Hydrating Primer. I use that quite a lot, as well as the Milk Hydro Grip. I think I use the Hydro Grip maybe one day more than I use this one. And then one day I used them both, and it worked. I use the hydrating primer on certain parts of my skin, and then I use the Milk Hydro Grip all over, and it worked pretty well. The next thing I have is this Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in the shade C7. I quite like that concealer. The next thing I have is the CoverGirl True Blend Hydrating Foundation in the shade L2. And I use this quite a lot. I got some really good use out of it. So not gonna complain about that. So it worked out pretty well. I think it did hydrate my skin. I don't think the wear time is quite where I want it to be, but I do enjoy the foundation for just like a few hours. Like it looks really good for the first few hours. The next thing I have is, the next thing I have is the Ciate London Everyday Vacay Setting Powder. It smells like coconuts. It's got quite a big sprayer, so you don't need too much because a lot will come out when you spray it, but it feels refreshing. It does smell like coconut, so if you don't like coconuts, definitely stay away from it. But if you love the smell, I'd say go for it because it works really well. The next thing I have is from Trestique. I got this in a beauty subscription box. As you can tell, it says not for sale. It has a 6-month shelf life, but as you can tell with other mascaras, you are only supposed to keep them for about 3 to 4 months, preferably 3 months, only because of the bacteria that can get in your eye and then can transfer into here. But this is a pretty good mascara. I do like it. It is very awkward because it has this big thing right here, but that's what the wand looks like. I don't even know what this is for, honestly. Like, it says flip down to curl, but like, so it's supposed to be like an eyelash curler, but I would not put my eyelashes in that. Just saying. Like, that's too small. I wouldn't do it. So I don't use that part. The last thing I have is from Real Her. This is the I Am Inspiring eye pencil or eyebrow pencil. And here's the spoolie, and then the product is on the other side. I do like this one quite a bit. I do reach for this as well. Okay, so now that was everything that was in my drawer. Now let's get into the Shop My Stash portion. Okay, so now we're back into the Shop My Stash portion of the video, and these are going to be the eyeshadow palettes that I am using this week. I already chose them. I didn't want to go through my collection because my drawers are a little bit hard to manipulate with only one hand. So I chose the Hip Dot, this is the Zion palette, and it looks like this, some really pretty colors. And then we have the ColourPop. It's a Princess Thing palette, and that's what this one looks like. And last but not least, we have the Salted Caramel palette from Too Faced. And I haven't used this one yet. I've just swatched it, and I'm pretty excited about using these palettes. And then for singles, I have these two colors. I have the ones from last week. So I have the Lady Bird and the Mycelium. Then I also wanted to include the fact that I am keeping this Smashbox Photo Finish Setting Spray, this Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara, and then this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade 0 in the Shop My Stash. So we're going to go ahead and put everything in here so far, and then we'll get into the top drawer. So first things first, we're going to choose some bronzer, and I'm going to do this Too Faced Sweet Tea Baked Luminous Glow Bronzer and my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And so we'll put that in here. Next, we'll choose some powder, and we'll do the Marc Jacobs. This is the Accomplice or Siren. I can't remember which one it is, but that's what that is. And then I'm going to also choose my Everyday Vacay setting powder as well. Then for face palettes, I am going to choose my Hourglass Ambient lighting palette in dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. So we'll put that in there. Next drawer, we have concealers and primers. These are all the primers that are new and unopened. These are all the ones that I am currently using. And same for this. These two and this one right here are new, so I'm not going to use those quite yet. I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty in the shade 150, and then I'm also going to do my ColourPop. This one's in the shade Fair 20N. So we'll do these two. And then for primer, I'm going to choose my Urban Decay. I'm almost done with this one. I want to get it done, so we'll use that one. And then next, we will use my Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Blurring Primer. So we're done with this drawer. Next drawer, we have foundation, and I'm going to use my Clinique Even Better Glow. This one is in the shade Ivory. And then I'm also going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation in the shade 3. Next, we have blush, and I am going to choose my Ofra. This one is in the shade Winter Rose Glow. And then I'm also going to choose my, let's see, I'm going to choose my Jouer. I haven't used this in a while, so we'll do that one. This one's a duo. Let's see if I can open it real quick. It looks like that. So we'll do that one. And then next we have highlights, and I'm going to do my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter, and it looks like this. So we'll do that, and then we'll do my Becca Lilac Geode, and it looks like this. It's got some really pretty pink purple look to it. Next, we'll choose some setting sprays, and like I said, I already have the other one, so we're also going to do the Urban Decay All Nighter. We'll put that in here, and then next we're going to come up here and we'll choose an eyeliner, and I'm going to choose, let's see if I can choose this one. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. This is before she changed to KVD, or they changed to KVD, excuse me. And then for brows, I'm going to choose my Stone and my trusty palette. And then I just need one more mascara, and I'm going to choose my Milk mascara. Okay, so now let's put everything that is in this basket into the drawer. Alrighty, now this is what the drawer laid out looks like. I have everything where I want it, and we have the primer, foundation, concealer, powder, setting sprays, highlights, my one eyeshadow thing that I use for my brows, my blush, bronzer, eyeshadows up here, and then down here we have my brow, my eyeliner. Oh, I forgot to put my other eyeliner in. And then my mascara. So yeah, I am super excited to get to play with everything in here, and I am eager to take a look at this palette and see what kind of looks I can create with it. So I am definitely excited to use my makeup this week. I haven't used this in a while. I think I only used it one time, so I want to use that really badly, and then I've never used that as well, so I want to use that up too and see how it works for me. Other than that, I think I'm going to have a pretty good week with what my makeup choices are, and I'm overly happy about it. So let's do my outro. Okay, so I know I have a different shirt on. I was more comfortable in this, so I changed. But other than that, I am super excited to see what this week has to offer with all of the makeup that I have in my drawer. I really enjoy this eye look. Like, oh my gosh, look at it. And this highlight, so pretty. Like, I'm loving my look today. I don't know about you, but I think it looks pretty good. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoyed watching this Shop My Stash. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified of all my future uploads. And remember to stay beautiful.